What's up, guys? How you doing? Welcome to Azimiocast. This is the last episode. I'm your host, Christine Ger.
And I'm your host, Umi. This is a political podcast you did not know you needed.
Juliet Nyabuta in the building.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. As I've said, this is the last episode of this season, Azimiocast. Yes, the first season. This is the last episode. And we're just gonna share some of the low moments and also some of the highlights. But I think we can start with the low moments and then now we can go to the hype of the whole season, you know, and also the campaign period. Since it's almost time to go and, you know, amua leader wako atakuwa nani. Yeah. So Umi, what are some of your low moments during this season?
My low moments were, honestly, they're not so many, but you know, the struggle of knowing you're part of the team and hakuna off day. So like every day, nasi ati ile unangoja kuambiwa wewe kuja job, you just have to, because you know if you don't, then you have to be there for the campaign team and everything. So for me it was a struggle, because transitioning from my previous job, which was flexible, into this one that now I have to work around the clock, I would say kuna time ilinilemea. And then also working in a high environment, you know, because things are always chap. It's either you take this cup and put it there, if you don't, bado itapelekwa na si wewe. Like things have to get done with or without you. So that kind of pressure was building up at some point. It just took, but niyo tu najiambia, by the way, we are doing this for a good cause. We keep pushing, but yeah. But I wouldn't say it dulled my experience.
Yeah. So maybe before you go with your low moments, some of my low moments was just like Umi, I mean, just that waking up, like things are changing from the way they used to be to now. I think everything is just changing. Of course, that timing, because before it was I could manage my time well because I was the one who was deciding what time to wake up, what time to go to the gym, what time to report to the office. But now you're supposed to be in the office by maybe around 8, sometimes 7, depending on the project you're doing, but you need to be there by at least 8 so that things can roll out. And you know, the whole nation is waiting on you, you know, like you're doing this thing. It's no longer about you. It's no longer about it's about you. The people are watching. You guys depend on how we are going to make this. That was just pressure, the way you said it.
And if you've missed, the whole nation is
watching. And sometimes, oh God, like kuamka asubuhi, I was waking up at 4:30 so that I'd be able to just go to the gym, ni work out because I love fitness and I think it's my drug. Like as in don't function vizuri. Nisikue moody the whole day, I have to lift some weight. So I mean, I was just like, it was just hectic. At some point, sikuona kama nitafika mwisho. But here we are with all the ups and downs, and I'm just glad that it's for a good cause, like at the end of it all. Yeah, that is.
And I hope, like, even not hope, I know we go to the ballot and win.
Yes,
we will win. We have no option.
Because then everything will not be in vain.
We will win. We will win.
Inshallah.
Do you have any low moments?
Well, me, by the way, that waking up time, me, I'm those people who used to sleep at 4 a.m. and wake up at 1.
Because
I have online classes. Class yangu inaanza 5 p.m. Kani kona assignments, lecturer kimaliza hivi class 8 p.m. Naanza kuandika assignments.
Nimemalizana. By the way, it was just after COVID.
So after that, ni kulala. Watch movie kulala. I was just living inside the house. Like if I'm leaving the house, ni sherehe or I'm going to buy food. But I'm always indoors. Now I have to go to work. I have to. Na naishi mbali, naishi uko ushago. I have to wake up very early. Nifike job yo 8. I have to leave the hata sizi leave nini job mapema juu sasa zingine mnaweza waka hata 10 hadi 10 p.m. By the time you get home it's 12 or 1 a.m. So
you sleep for 1 hour, you're like
ukiangalia hivi saa acha niangalie how many hours, unaona 30 minutes remaining to your alarm to ring. But yeah, finding balance again was really hard. And then again, coming from a confined environment due to COVID, and then this time round I'm working with people, different personalities.
True.
I'm not the type
what was
in the beginning, work. Yes, physically. Yes, exactly. Because now you're not used to having people in your space. Umezoea kufanya tu kazi peke yako. Now you meet me here who's very loud, you meet this one who's very quiet, doesn't understand loud people.
Another
then
who
you
gets
meet,
angry.
You know.
This one hata ujui kitu.
And we have a short period of time to do it. So you're like, okay, so do we learn personalities? Do we try to accommodate each other?
Yeah.
But
So the different personalities, learning and understanding them, how to deal with conflicts. Me, I'm not that. I'm an extrovert, but I don't make many friends. I have specific. I have
You
like
reminded me of
2,
moments.
3,
Yeah.
4 friends. Alafu nakuja hapa, you have to reply to everyone's text. You have to speak. You have to. It was too
Because
much.
my
have to
WhatsApp,
keep
I
up
have
to-
pinned
You
have to-
conversations hapo juu.
And you have to
Sipote.
also accept to be in WhatsApp groups
Yeah.
because we have to
It's part of
communicate.
it, though.
And you have to.
And I'm used to
chime
ignoring
in.
WhatsApp
Yeah.
and blocking, block. Now you can't block.
Kuna groups kama ngapi by the way?
Well,
Actually, I think
hata zingine
there are-
I think my
hazitumiki.
top, you see the way ukifungua WhatsApp kuna those top chats. Hiyo yote ni groups.
Yeah. Yes. Because zote ni
Alafu
ofisi.
unaona 600 photos. Storage nini, but yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, also, now my friends, I don't have time for my friends. Again, some relationships had to sink because again, you can't give in the same, the same energy. So, kwanza friendship, unaongelesha best friend wako leo, msipopigiana simu mnaweza ongeleshana after 3 weeks. Sasa ka relationships zingine zilikufa man.
But at least you remain with the legit ones who understand.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day,
Utaifufua ukifika
yeah.
State House.
vitarudi,
Kaende.
they come back running.
Vitarudi.
So I think we can go to the
Highlight.
highlights. And my highlights. I met one of the I met hata
No, go on, we are listening.
nimeshindwa kusema, but I got to meet, I think I met Honorable Joho. Yes, I did, and that was one of my highlights. And also working in a political space. Before, I never used to be this person who understands politics, even know what's going on. I never used to watch news, yet I'm a journalist and we used to produce news before. And I never used to watch news, but with this, I was able to be, like, I'm always knowing, I know what's going on. I know what's going to happen on the news because I'm part of this team. And I've learned a lot about politics. I've learned a lot. I even know how to do dirty politics. Damn. As in, yes, I know how to do the propaganda things that I didn't even know. Now, nikipata watu wanaongea juu ya siasa, I'm that chick who
First-hand
understands.
experience.
Yes, like they're like,
Yeah.
this chick is interesting. You even
Those
understand
are things
politics.
you never learn in a classroom.
Yeah, the things
Like, you know,
can't
putting
learn.
on your CV worked for a presidential candidate. That's a big deal.
And not even just worked, we were able to
Deliver.
Yeah.
deliver.
A
You know, like,
presidential
win.
oh
Yeah.
my God, like.
You know, like Obama's team when he's, you know, the first time he ran, he was working with a young group, like youthful too, just like our team. When, you know, his win was not very clear because he's black, so people were actually doubting his ambition. Like, wait, black guy, you want to run for office? But when the victory was very clear and finally he won, the day he was being sworn in, you know, hapo mbele ilikuwa imekaa nani? Just his team, his presidential team. University students to young people, you know, the way other people who have heavyweights doing, and him, he
I
had
look forward to
front.
that happening.
So I'm
I hope
thinking
they
when
do it in
sisi
front.
tuko hapo
Yeah.
Tutakuwa
Kasarani,
sisi in
ndio.
front.
It happens in Kasarani.
Sisi tutakuwa in front.
Front
Ndipo
line.
tuona in front. Sisi
They'll be
tutakuwa in
like,
front.
well, we did this, we did
Please,
this.
mtutetee nyinyi mnatuona,
Munibebe.
mtutetee tukue tu hapo in front.
You know?
Mi itabidi
Yeah.
mmenibeba mmenitoa, otherwise.
So I think I'm just glad that I was able to learn a lot about politics.
Yeah. So I think for me, my highlight was when I was honored to meet Baba.
Yes.
Tulikula lunch pamoja.
Sorry.
So we had like a 1 hour long period of just
Forgive us.
Yeah.
Anyway, we had 1 hour of just having lunch together. 20 minutes I was panicking, which was fine, but I composed myself after, and we were able to like get into tangible discussions. You know, the way you would think, mnaenda tu kugoteana and like, hi baba uko sawa. You know, we talked like critical things, you know.
Yeah.
So in case mupate train kwa hii nchi, I was part of it.
The people who are
Nitaanza
strategizing
kuringa
how the
mapema
train is
by
going
the
to
way,
move.
but yeah, one of the
brains behind
suggestions I raised with him was like, you know, Baba, what are the plans for infrastructure? I mean, how can we ease in traffic in Nairobi? I was just thinking of myself, naweza pata train from here to Garissa, at least tusilipuliwe na idea hapo kwa barabara. And it was like, yeah, you know, we'll do that. It's part of my plan. And he went ahead to give me like a breakdown of how he's going to do that. Then we talked of agriculture. What are your plans for ASAL regions? Yeah, so for me, those were my highlights. We were able to have tangible discussions with the incoming president, and that was a big thing for me. Yeah.
at least I hope you took pictures for your kids.
Boy, I did. I even took a video. Niko na video
Tunaweza insert.
nayo.
Wajue when ule msee.
Nilifika.
I think for me, my highlight was to just work in this campaign secretariat. I remember Kitambo, last year I used to look at the girls who are working here. I won't mention names, or I'm allowed?
No.
Okay. The girls who are working here who are also politicians, I used to look at them and they had the PT, presidential, campaign team, secretariat, nini.
So
and I was like,
where?
sasa nitafikaje huko kuwako huko? Najua nani? And then I saw a friend of mine get in. I was like, at least I know someone who's in. So with time, maybe if things allow, I'll be in there. And through God's grace, I found myself here, and it's been a good experience. Yeah, it's been a good experience, I won't lie. And another thing, the best highlight I had was there's a time I was all slayed, all dolled up, and I remember meeting, what's his name, Junette, and I was peeling potatoes, and it was so embarrassing. And that day was the day I was to have a meeting with him.
I have that photo.
And
I have it.
I can provide it for story. But yeah, I've learned a lot. I've learned to accommodate different personalities. I've learned to work as a team. I've learned a lot about communicating to the general public.
And you realize it's never about you, by the way.
Yeah, true. Yeah. And I've learned so much, and I wouldn't have had it any other way. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, I love all the highlights. Yako ime stand out to sana. Yo likuna kula nini na baba yani.
Connections, my friend.
Yeah.
Save my number.
Ungeiba spoon. I swear. Or
Ndio maana hukwenda.
It normally happens like for like archives, you know. Yeah. You keep it to yourself.
Yeah, ndio maana hukwenda.
I've ever been to State House nikaiba knife. Don't
and can you imagine maybe you did that and then someone got fired because of that knife? How are you feeling?
But in the State House,
I was a kid, man.
I was a kid.
So, I mean, looking back in the entire, like, our season, what are one of the episodes that stood out for you?
Yeah.
And unafikiria unasema tu yenyewe hiyo na yako na
for me it was the one I don't remember the episode per se, but the one we shot with Wakili Mburu.
Yes.
Modoni Mburu. I liked it because that episode we talked about the possibilities of having a female deputy, and it was way before. And then that happened. I was like, that week I was away from office. You would think niko hapo kwa field when the announcement was happening. I was just glued on my phone watching the videos, and I'm like, it has come. The time for women has arrived.
That's the day I felt like, damn, I love politics. Like, because I was there. I remember the comment. Yeah, like I just thought of the group. I was like, damn, I think I'm now fully into this politics thing.
Views online.
It was so.
I remember I was traveling from Kisumu to Nairobi, and I remember there was a gentleman. He screamed. He was like, "Mother," and I'm like, that's our team, but I couldn't say that, so I was just like, yay.
Unanyamazia tu. Mimi ningesimama kwa hiyo gari niseme, because now I was part of Maringo, unaringa, unachukua mic. So for me, that episode with the Wakili Mburu was my highlight, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I think my highlight was the one with Tabu, the Mzing. Mimi nilijifunza sheng mzito hapo, and it was so fun. I enjoy sheng and Swahili and all that.
Yeah, so same, like my highlight was the highlights. You remember when you did highlights for certain man, the little rally, the Martha? That was my highlights because it was on a different setup. I liked it. There was nature and the energy was dope, and I really, really did. I liked it. Like, that was it for me. And also Kulan Sheng.
Oh yeah, true.
Zing na Bwekse. Like, as in, who knew that I would sing? Anyway, so guys, we've come to the end of this season. We've come to the end of this episode. Actually, we've come to the end of this episode. We've come to the end of this season. Yeah, so all we need you to do is just enda pale ile siku tarehe 9.
Next week.
Mwezi wa 8. Nimeongea hata kwanza Swahili sanifu. Yaani mwenisikia, enda pale
kwa debe. Kwanza by the remind them of our logo on the banner.
Yes. Tuta hiyo logo ndio hii hapo. Unaona hii?
This is our logo.
This one. This is this. So please enda pale, you do it. So that's it for today, good people. That's it for this season. Thank you so much for watching. If you like it, thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And until next time, good people, inawezekana.